Turning our attention now to the ASX, here's Matt Birney and Bulls and Bears with the latest public company views and interviews.
Welcome to Bulls and Bears, brought to you today by nickel copper exploration company Azure Minerals, ASX code AZS. I'm Matt Birney and I'm joined now by the Managing Director of Azure Minerals, Tony Rovira. Hi Tony.
Hi Matt.
The discovery of Azure Minerals' VCO7 nickel copper sulphide deposit at its Andover project near Karratha in WA saw Azure's share price hike sixfold last year. Following a whopping $37 million capital raise in December, Azure launched a 40,000 metre resource drill out at VCO7, and the company has been delivering stellar drill hits ever since, including some of the highest grade intercepts to date in just the last week. Okay, Tony, you recently got some decent grades in your latest drill campaign at Andover. What were the best 2 or 3 hits in terms of grade?
One of the holes hit 4.1 metres at 3.34% nickel, 0.87% copper and 0.14% cobalt. And that was followed by other drill hits were 4.7 metres at 2.93% nickel, 0.4% copper, 0.12% cobalt, and another one, 4.5 metres at 2.72% nickel and 0.59% copper and 0.12 cobalt.
Certainly good grades. What about length? Were you getting much length in any of those drill hits?
Yes, absolutely we did. And there's some very, very long intervals of mineralisation, including 22.6 metres at 1.7% nickel, 0.8% copper and 0.08% cobalt. And there was another one of 18.2 metres, grading 1.14% nickel, 0.6% copper and 0.05% cobalt. And 10.5 metres of 1.5% nickel, 0.58% copper and 0.07% cobalt.
Okay, well, can you put all of the drilling to date into some perspective for me? I mean, what sort of grades and lengths are you seeing on average in all of your drilling, particularly in that eastern part of VCO7 that looks quite lucrative?
VC7 East is proving to be really good. It's about 500 metres deep from surface. The average width would be between 15 and 30 metres wide, grading between 1 and 1.5% nickel. And within that, there's some very high-grade zones of running maybe 4 to 8 metres wide, running 2 to 3% nickel and up to 1% copper.
Okay, and I noticed about 2 kilometres away you've made another nickel-copper discovery. You're calling it VC23. What were the best couple of hits from that discovery?
We drilled 8 holes. One of them was 4 metres at 1.7% nickel and 0.2% copper, and there was another one of 7 metres at 1.35% nickel and 0.45% copper. So, yeah, really good.
How many other regional targets have you got now at Andover, and what are your plans for them?
We've got another 5 very high priority targets which we intend to be drilling very soon, and they are looking very, very positive for discovering more nickel and copper mineralisation.
Have you already got electromagnetic conductors on them?
Absolutely we do. We've got multiple electromagnetic conductors, which up till now is if you drill an electromagnetic conductor, you hit nickel and copper, and it's 100% success rate so far.
Well, I'll be very keen to see what the resource looks like when it comes out in Q1 next year. Tony Rovira from Azure Minerals, thanks for joining me on Bulls and Bears today. And remember, we're only here to give you information, not advice, which you should of course seek independently. I'm Matt Birney, and this is Bulls and Bears.
For more public company CEO interviews, go to the Money page on the 6PR, 2GB and 3AW websites and click the Public Companies tab.